Michael Thacker comes to us from Textron Aviation. He brings a strong background in innovation and certification, which is something that I really was excited about having Michael come down to the organization and focus in that area. Again, he's had a history of being able to rapidly develop innovative products there and bring them to bear to the market quickly through the certification process. So it's exciting to have all the new team there that are at ELT. And again, I'm really excited about where we're going to go in the next year or two with this team leading the charge. Next slide. So where do we fit within Textron? You know, you can see a very diverse company there. Systems, Aviation, Industrial Finance. There's Bell's piece of it. You know, it's a $13.8 billion revenue for Textron overall. We're about $3.2 billion. So we're about 23% of the revenue, and that's how we fit within the Textron sector. So our financials from 2016. So we're still about a 64-36, I've been calling it 65-35, but we're still heavily a military side of the business. It's a lot more predictable. So when we look and see where we're at on B-22s, we have multi-year programs with the B-22, so we know for a period of 5 years exactly how many aircraft we're going to deliver. On the H-1 side of the business, we have lot-to-lot procurements, and those go out farther in the future, 2 to 3 years in the future, so again, we know what those deliveries look like. So where you really see the impact this last year has been in the commercial side of the business, as you all are aware. So we did see, you know, some shrinkage in that side of the business. However, we did see some good performance in the back end. We did see an order intake coming through the last 2 quarters. They gave us, at least making me cautiously optimistic that maybe we've hit the bottom here and we're starting to see some things. Primarily, we saw the movement in the 429s and the 412s. So if you look at the segment mix there, it was really in the parapublic government type of acquisitions that were going on, or the orders intake there. A little bit of corporate and VIP and some utility, but a strong area was the parapublic. We also saw a strong response in our 505, which again was great news getting that certified. We'll talk more about that. But we have tremendous response. It's a remarkable value for that aircraft. We've had a good conversion on the LOIs, and it just shows you, even in a market that we were in right here, this kind of down commercial, when you have the right product, the value that it brings to the market, the customers still respond even in that kind of a market. And again, that's why we believe in our strategy, to keep investing, keep pushing new products to market. The point you do it is not only when it's an up market, but even more importantly when you're in a down market. You have to invest and keep pushing new products to the market, and it shows it's paying off with our 505. In terms of deliveries last year, in 2016, you can see the 114 commercial aircraft. And as I mentioned, on the military side of the business, 22 B-22s and 35 H-1s. What's significant there on the 35 H-1s is the previous year we delivered 7 Zulus, so we went from 7 to 17 Zulus within a year on our ramp, and we're continuing to ramp that side of the product. Also on the sustainment side of the business, pretty much flattish revenues and flat business on the sustainment, both military and commercial. So major milestones of 2016. So you see the upper left-hand corner there, the V-280. We're over 95% complete with the V-280 aircraft. So it's progressing right on schedule. And when you look back 4 or 5 years ago when we launched the program, we laid out milestones, and the team has hit every single milestone within the budget on schedule to achieve, and we'll talk more about it when we're heading first flight later this year. Tremendous progress on the V-280. The V-247, so it's interesting, you take a look at that picture. That's actually a picture of the model that we gave General Davis sitting on his desk in the Pentagon. As we began to work on what would be a big unmanned aircraft for him and for the Marines and any kind of expeditionary capability there, he was so excited about it before he got a chance to unveil it to everyone here. He unveiled it for us. So about a month ahead of schedule, but that's great. That just shows you when you hit the mark again with a product that the customers love, they want to talk more about it earlier than we did. But that was great news. That was a big milestone. Bottom left there, you see the picture of myself and the team, Susan, Minister Margarino. That was a big day for us, the type cert in Canada, big rollout ceremony there. We did follow with the production first rollout here this last February with Mr. Baines, but huge milestone achievement in 2016. And then you see on the right there, the Customer Advantage Plan. It was at Heli Expo a year ago that we launched our new Customer Advantage Plan. We've been a year in the work. We've had some big sales, big signings. That's one with Kelly Fabricio there with Glenn in the picture and our customer. And then another big milestone that we continue to do, and which we're extremely proud of, is how we take care of our customers. And the fact that, this last month we were awarded 23 years in a row by ProPilot being #1 in customer support, and also 12 years in a row with AIN, that we got that award last August. So again, something we're very proud of is not only do we sell these, we take care of our customers once they have that. So segment outlook. So this is from the Transportation Research Board, and we chose this as to show you kind of the wide range of what's going on in the market today. And you can see that this is really, where they get the data. This is from the U.S. government, from the National Academy of Sciences, where they gather intel from consultants, from OEMs, various research groups, and then to provide back to everybody anonymously on what everybody thinks or forecasts the market's going to be. And this is for the whole market, the whole industry segment of rotorcraft. And you can see that it's pretty widespread. I tend to be, based on where we've been in the past, a little more cautiously optimistic, a little more conservative reserve, so I'm probably more towards the bottom middle-ish of this segment. But again, I think what we can say is, and you can see from everybody's predictions, at least everybody maybe but one for a period of time, has said we've kind of found the bottom of this. That it feels like in 18 and 19 things are going to pick up and maybe have steady growth into 2020. And again, for us, much of what we saw happening last year with 429s and 412s, we're continuing to see some strong response to our 429s and 412s. That's good news going forward that we're seeing that. And as I mentioned earlier, the ramp of the 505. We're ramping up that production. We have a multi-year backlog on that aircraft. We've had tremendous conversion rates from our LOIs. And demand is primarily, so far in the segment's been the corporate, VIP private sector is where the bulk of it has been, a little bit of the utility. We think going forward, though, you're going to see a lot in the training areas, both military and civil training will be looking at this aircraft. The other thing, interesting note about the 505 demand was it's pretty much global. If you say 80% of our orders so far, it's kind of divided up with North America, Latin America, Europe, China, kind of a 20-20-20-20 spread across those. So again, we're extremely proud that it's addressing the world. The world is seeing the 505 as their aircraft, and that's why we've got tremendous demand for it. So we're excited about that heading segment. And also the 525. It will be a critical aircraft for us when we get it certified and bring it into the market. The digital fly-by-wire, the incredible safety, reliability, performance of that aircraft is going to hit the mark. We believe the capabilities it brings in the integrated visual environments is going to be fantastic. And again, as I've stressed over and over again, it doesn't make sense when you think about, for example, the rig workers, that they fly commercial aircraft up to a point where they get on the helicopters, and there they just walk on in normal clothes like we are in today. But yet when they get on the helicopter to go out to the rig, they got to put on their survival suits. It just shouldn't be that way, and we can't accept that as an industry. We have to make it just as safe. And we believe the 525 is the first step to make that happen. And again, in addition to the energy sector, though, for the 525, we are pursuing the DVIP, the corporate kind of markets, search and rescue markets, as well as we believe this will have a military application downstream for some foreign sales. So for 2017, again, we're real excited the fact that this year the V-280 will have its first flight in the fall of 2017. It's on track to do that. See there with the 505, we did the entry into service. We'll be celebrating the delivery here at Heli Expo. We also, in the upper right there, we have our first FMS deliveries to Japan for the V-22 and to Pakistan for the H-1 Zulu program. In the bottom left there, we did just recently open the Valencia Training Center with our 429s. That was a big milestone. And we're continuing to drive our customer advantage plans. So those are going to be big. We think this is going to be one of our bigger years for pushing the customer advantage plan. The 525, we're continuing to have progress there. We expect to resume to flight here in the next several months, and in addition to that, we're continuing to work on all non-flight related certification activities. And something that I'm very passionate about, we'll talk more about, is we're continuing to invest, not only invest in our products, but in innovation. We're working on not only near-term upgrades, but the future of flight, the next era of flight is where we've got an entire team, an innovation team focused on that, and we've been doing some tremendous things so far this last year, and we're gonna do some great things in 2017. So innovation. As I mentioned last year, and I'm continuing to drive it here this year, you know, Bell's legacy has been innovation. All the things, the first that Bell has done in vertical lift and flight. This innovation team that we stood up has been bringing new ideas to life already. We've already been flying different subscale aircraft. We've got lots of new things going on that we will share sometime in the future, not right now, but we do have a lot of good things going on there. But not only was I focused on and the leadership team focused on what those innovations were, we're changing the culture of Bell too. A culture of innovation has to be there, and so at the same time we're introducing the innovation and new products, we're also introducing a new culture into Bell that wants to rapidly move things quickly through the business. Our focus has not been on technology for technology's sake. You know, you really have to solve problems. And our first problem and foremost has always been about safety. We really want to improve the safety, we want to improve the efficiency that our aircraft can do, and we want to bring great value to our customers. So we've been working on advanced VTOL designs, both manned and unmanned. We're looking at both. Like I said, one thing that we've been trying to do that we can go faster and rapidly innovate is to build subscales of the ultimate platforms and fly them unmanned quickly and understand the flight regimes. We're also really focused on hybrid propulsion. We're looking at not only hybrid electric, but hybrid hydraulic. We're looking at different electric, just total plane platforms as well. And our fly-by-wire systems, I mentioned, you know, the V280, the V247, the 525, all these have fly-by-wire systems. We're looking to improve safety through sense and avoid while in flight, you know, ground collision avoidance, automated approaches. So all those capabilities in the fly-by-wire system we're exploring. Avionics. You know, avionics, that's always been a tough one, and I've really challenged the team. Why can't we have avionics to keep pace with smartphones? That's hard because you put these products in aircraft, you certify them, and they're stuck for periods of time. But how do we create a platform that allows to have rapidly advancing avionics brought into the aircraft? I know the auto industry is trying to figure that out, out themselves. They've come up with ways different plug iPhones and actually have the iPhone apps plug into the car. So I've challenged our team to really look at the advanced avionics. We need avionics to increase the situation awareness. We need avionics to help improve the health monitoring systems and be proactive for our maintenance and for any kind of failures that may occur on the aircraft. We're also looking at cutting edge material technologies. We really want to increase the reliability, especially in our drive system, drive and rotor systems. So we're looking at technologies, materials there, as well as the aircraft itself. And as I stress again, safety that rivals and exceeds commercial airline travel. That has to be our industry goal. We have to drive there. So we've been taking some of these new technologies and already putting them into our new aircraft. You know, we've got the VT47 rolling out. We also have several new commercial products that we're working on right now. The 505 certified, 525 is progressing along in certification. So what are those next new products? Well, we have several new commercial products that we're working on conceptual designs right now. But being in a pioneer aircraft industry is in Bell's DNA. That's who we are, and we want to share this renewed passion with the world. So in summary, it was a challenging year for us in 2016, as it was for most of the industry, but we still made significant progress in terms of our development programs. And like I said, in the back half of the year, we finally saw some increased sales flowing through to say maybe we may be at the bottom. You know, we have solid performance. We're continuing to execute on our commitments and meet our major milestones. We're continuing to invest in our new products and innovation. And finally, I'm optimistic about 2017. I think, last year was a tough year, but I'm feeling cautiously optimistic, I'll say it that way. And as you saw, we got a lot of great milestones coming up in 2017 that we're excited about. So with that, Ryan, turn it up for Q&A.
Very good. All right, Mike, we'll start. We just for everybody's sake, name and organization, and Mike Hirschberg, American Helicopter Society International. Military question for you.
Yep.
24/7, so the V247s are
Vigilant.
rolling out. So what is the status, what is your plan for?
So where we're at with that one right now, good question, thank you. So if anybody didn't hear us, what's the status of the V247 Vigilant? So we've conceptually worked up the requirements. We're actually proceeding through initial design of the aircraft this year. So we've got some major milestones, like you would set them up for a military business. So essentially, we're working through our SR and PDR of the V247 this year. So we're starting to design the aircraft.
So PDR this year.
Yeah.
The question